One of the things that I've discovered has been the hardest for not only myself, but for other leaders, executives, business leaders, keep decisions as objective as possible. It is extremely difficult because usually those decisions involve people. And in many cases, you have to make the hard decisions that will lead to people not being happy. And you as a leader have to be okay with that. And that's what has made the high performance leadership chart so advantageous in my life. It's going to allow you to make objective decisions, and your team make objective decisions based around people. Okay. This chart is for people. All right. It's going to allow you to make objective decisions based around people, not subjective, not anything involving your heart. And it's going to be based around their ability to accomplish whatever SOPs or KPIs you have within your organization. It's based on two premises, okay? The first premise that the high performance leadership chart is based on is skill set, or what we call high performance. Now, at this point, you may know, you may not know. As far as Marq Neasman Consulting is concerned, we believe that there are three primary skill sets: sales, coaching, and speaking. You can literally take those three concepts and build a $10 million business behind just utilizing those, okay? And you don't need everyone to be great at all of them. You only need one person to be great at each one, all right? And then next that's required is character, leadership. And if you think about it for a moment, this is the same thing you're looking at regarding your recruiting process, regarding who you develop within your organization, who gets promoted, and who has to leave. You're looking at these two components. What are the skill sets? We love working with the DoD. They were one of our first partners in developing our consulting firm. And, the way that they break this down is they say, when it comes to high performance, can I trust you with my life, right? In the military, it is what it is. It boils down to life and death in many cases. And ultimately, the man beside you wants to know if you know how to shoot a gun, okay? And so the skill set that we're talking about here has to do with saving a life, okay? And then when it comes to leadership, the question is, can I trust you with my wife? Can I trust you with my life? Do you know how to shoot a gun? And can I trust you with my wife? The people who I hold dearest. Do you have the character to treat my wife like she were your sister? Right? These are the two questions that are being asked on a continuous basis, both from you, from me, and from everyone else around us, right? And so we have to ask ourselves a question. Likely you are a small business owner, you're a mid-sized business owner, maybe you are a part of a large organization and leading a team within that. But regardless, these are the two subconscious questions being asked about everyone around us for the most, right? Now here, what we are considering is these four different segments that a person can fall inside of, okay? Now, obviously, these are both graded from 0 to 10, okay? 0 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. And we have to ask ourselves a question. Is an individual showing up as what we call a low performer? A low performer is someone who has a low propensity for a skill set. They haven't developed much of a skill set, but they also have either low or untested character. Okay. So these individuals in most cases are not meeting the KPIs, all right, of that organization. They are performing less than. They probably haven't shown a degree of character or professionalism that you want to see within your organization as well. All right. So we have to be honest about how we view those individuals. And most people that we speak to, you probably feel the same way. These individuals do not make it within our organization. Okay. They don't last a long time because they are not adding value, quite frankly. And I hope that your bottom line is as important to you as it is to us. And quite frankly, we don't want to pay people who are not adding value to our organization. If we move to the right here, we have someone who's a low performer, but they breach past this halfway mark, and we to some degree have seen where they have a high or tested character. Okay, So these individuals, while they may not necessarily be reaching their KPIs, they have shown the ability to have character. Maybe they are coachable. Maybe they are willing to be trained. Okay, we call these people mentees. We call these people mentees. Okay, these are mentees within our organization. All right. And so we can, what we see when we see these individuals is someone that have potential. They have potential to grow, but potential is nothing but a big, nice boat that's on land, right? It's not in the ocean, hasn't been tested yet. All right. So, but they have what it is that's needed to actually grow. All right. These individuals up top here, when we think about the high performer who has a great skill set, they can sell, they can coach, they can speak, whatever the case may be, but they lack character, or they haven't had it hasn't been tested yet, right? We still don't know who they are as a person. We know what they can do, but we don't know who they are as a person. So we might give a plus. Maybe they're crushing the KPIs, right? Maybe they understand the SOPs and they do a great job as it pertains to those. They've been here, they've done it, right? But you notice that they have not lasted in an organization any longer than 2 years when you look at their resume. Well, that might be a sign for you within your organization of someone who doesn't have a tested character or propensity as it relates to loyalty or as it relates to commitment, right? And so that might be an issue for you, okay? Or maybe they were fired from their last organization after you went back and checked their references, or after you went back and did some degree of research on the individual. You see where they lack the ability to commit to whatever it is that they are doing, all right? These individuals, you have to make a decision whether these individuals stay or whether these individuals go. And I'll give an example as to how the military goes about viewing each one of these once we're done as well. This one is a pretty obvious one. So pretty much everyone agrees that they don't want low performers, and they don't want people of low character within their organization. Now at the top here, the top right corner, this is obviously the best of both worlds, right? And this is who we all ideally want within our organization. We want people who can get the job done, right? And we also want people who have a deep degree of loyalty within our organization. They have a commitment to not only themselves, but they're committed to growing other people as well, right? These are the gooses that lay the golden egg, right? And all of us want these individuals, but the reality is, back to who you likely are. You're likely a small business owner, leading organization of anywhere between 2 up to 500 employees. That's considered a small business. Or you may be a mid-sized organization, or again, you may be even large and leading a team of, say, 10 to 20 individuals. Regardless, the chances of you coming across this person is about 2 in 100. Okay, so if you're leading a team of 100, I'd say about 2 of those people fit this criteria right now, and you already know exactly who they are. You don't even need to think twice about it. Okay, these individuals are able to generate your business by themselves $1 million a year. Okay. They're able to do this $1 million annually within your organization. These are likely going to be partners or someone you are anticipating to be a partner at some point in time. These people run on auto. You don't really need to do much. It's a few tweaks here and there. And they've shown themselves proven inside of your organization. These people, make sure you do whatever you can to keep them. All right. Whatever the cost is, make sure that you do what you can to keep those individuals. All right. These other 2, let's talk about how the military approaches them. So as it pertains to this person, the high performer with untested character or low character, as it pertains to the military, they actually don't want to take a chance with this person. Okay, they don't want to take a chance with this person, and the reason why is because when you view this, I want you to view that, yes, that person can shoot, but what they cannot trust is the different situations that person will be put in, and that person won't just think about themselves. All right. This person, although a high performer, they can't see beyond themselves in most cases. And the fact that they can't see beyond themselves, they will not be willing to sacrifice, all right, what may need to be sacrificed, whether it's their life or not. they won't be willing to sacrifice their life for the sake of the team. And when you are on a mission where it's life or death, that is the type of person that you can't have within your organization. And you may feel the same way, right? Another example that we utilize is playing a sport, basketball, right? If depending on the framework of your organization, maybe this person can come in, but not necessarily have to be a part of the culture inside of your organization. Maybe they can work alone by themselves so you can reap the benefits of their skill set, but not necessarily have to deal with their character, right? And that's an option that some people utilize as well. But if it's a setting where this person will be impacting the culture, then we go to the old saying, one apple tends to ruin the bunch. And so that's something that you have to be considerate of, okay, as it pertains to this. And, when you sit down with your team and make judgments as to who it is will stay in your organization. But typically, people that the military will say yes to is this group of individuals right here. And I can promise you, this is going to be the vast majority of people that come into your organization, which goes back to coaching and management and systems and having those in place, right? Because ideally, you're bringing people in to stay with you for a long period of time. Hopefully, you're not dealing with a high turnover rate. And if you are, this probably is something that you want to look at as well. But ideally, you're not dealing with a high turnover rate. And if you're not, then that's because you understand the value of training and culture to actually help people not only integrate into your organization, but grow within it as well. And so if this is important to you, this is probably the ideal person that you're bringing in time and time within your organization to help it grow over the course of years. This is a long game, right? And that's the reason for the lateral being about leadership and development, right? If you're going to sustain for a long time, you need to have character in order to do that. Yes, you need skills, but the difference between the two, we can teach skills, right? We can teach skills. If you're saying, hey, my team doesn't know it, you can reach out to us. We can actually help you with this part. This is the easy part, okay? We can have someone performing at a high level in 90 days. That's not the hard part. This part right here, we can't teach it. Personal development, leadership development, we can't teach that. That has to be something internally that a person wants for themselves, right? And so you want people who already get it, who already get that being a person of value and of character is most important within your organization. That's the first step, all right? That's far more important than people being able to do the skill or whatever it is, because likely 9 times out of 10, when they get inside of your organization, they're going to have to learn a different way to do it anyway, right? So this being considered as it pertains to the military, again, this side is a no-go. If a person lacks character in any way, shape, or form, pretty much there's a chance that they're not going inside of that organization. They're not moving forward, okay? But if a person shows where they have a high propensity for character, all right, these two are absolutely going to advance within an organization time and time again. All you have to do is write down the names on each one of these lines pertaining to an individual within your organization. It allows you to make decisions objectively from a clear place and a clear perspective based off of your organization's SOPs, your organization's KPIs, your organization's goals and milestones for quarters and so on and so forth. So I hope that this has been beneficial. Thanks so much again. I'm Marq Neasman. See you in the next Mind Tool.